The basics of flat track roller derby. Brought to you by Antic Skate Boots and the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. The game of roller derby is played on roller skates. The players wear helmets, elbow pads, wrist guards, and knee pads. The track is flat, not banked. Each 30-minute half is broken down into shifts called jams. The group of 8 players at the front is called the pack. The pack is made of players who play the position of blocker. Behind the pack are the jammers. The jammers are the skaters who score points and are marked by a large star on their helmet. When the whistle blows, the jammers try to skate their way through the pack and out the other side, but they will be met with the hips, rear, and shoulders of the opposing team's blockers. When 2 bodies make contact on the track, this is called a block. Once the jammers have skated their way through the pack the first time, they're ready to begin scoring. They earn a point every time they legally pass a member of the opposing team. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. The jammers will fail to earn points if they pass the opposing blockers illegally. Any player who performs an illegal action will earn a penalty. So what's illegal? Elbows, tripping, back blocking, and passing out of bounds. Any player who receives a major penalty has earned a 30-second trip to the penalty box. The jam ends when the lead jammer places her hands on her hips, or when 2 minutes has elapsed. 30 seconds later, a new jam begins, and the whole thing starts again.
I'm the subjugator from the ICT Roller Girls, and I'm just going to answer a few questions out of this lovely helmet. Say, cupcakes, cake, or frosting? Cake, for sure. Which skater would you not want to get hit by? Oh, Bruiser from Kansas City. She is the worst and the best. She hurts so bad.
Hello, I'm X-Mental from ICT Roller Girls, and you're watching HOQTV.
Free yourself of old-fashioned ideas. Brace yourselves.
right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for women's flat track roller derby? It's North Texas Derby Revolution home game time. I see in front of me the Muertas, Locas and the Trauma Queens. How would you like to meet the Trauma Queens? Me too, so here we go. Starting off, number 1057, Baroness Von Booty. Number 77, Joan Jetsetter. Number 13, Roxy McSocksoff. Number 2358, Scarya Stark. Number 4, Whammy Jammy. Co-captain number 232, Fetal Barbie Doll. And the captain of the Trauma Queens, number 55, Professor Sakabiage. Not skating tonight, Rammer Jammer and Cruisin' Bruisin'. Bench coached by Ophelia, no, I lied. Bench coached by Problems. Coached by Dr. Feel Bueno. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Trauma Queens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how would you like to meet your Muertas, Locas?
Okay.
Number 222, Ambien.
Gotcha.
Number 667, Beazle Betsy. Number 9009,
Huh? Turtle. Just turtle?
Number 42, Turtle. Number 310, Howler Mouse. And your captain for the Muertas Locas, number 321, Eddie Orphanmaker. Coach tonight for the Muertas Locas is Johnny Julio, and bench coach Mr. Hercules.
I made my 2 mistakes for the night. I'm good. I'm sure they're like, who's this guy? What a D-bag. It happens. It's all good. You can't announce and make no mistakes. It's just an impossibility. Oh, I was going off of what I was told. Sorry.
Correction, captain of the Muertas Locas is Mrs. Hercules.
I don't want to talk about what I was doing. Did she bring cookies?
I have banana bread with chocolate chips in it.
I want cookies. Hi, yo. Love you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Got a couple new folks in stripes. New zebras on the floor, Papa Bear and Fluffy the Great. Everybody else we already introduced you to, so we're not gonna do that again. But next whistle's gonna start the jam. Joan Jetsetter taking on Bielsa Betsy on the Stroud's Fitness Jam line. Pack moving in unison, both skaters trying to skate in the same area. Joan Jetsetter goes down, takes a number of folks with her. We've also got some skate locked up over there. Track cut penalty assessed to Bielsa Betsy coming around turn number 1. That means Joan Jetsetter's on a power jam, lead jammer. Joan Jetsetter knocked to the outside by Mrs. Hercules and Annie Orphanmaker. She's going to have to recycle all the way back around turn number 4. Back on the track and engaged with the pack. Joan Jetsetter still trying to put some points on the board for the Trauma Queens. Baroness Von Booty and not a chance in hell trying to get Joan Jetsetter some room. Joan Jetsetter tapping the hips. Gets a 4-point scoring pass completed for the Trauma Queens. They're going to jump out to a quick 4-0 lead after jam number 1. Power start is the situation as number 143 Love Struck all on the Stroud's Fitness Jam line by her lonesome. Looks like Miracle Smacks collected a penalty there at the whistle, so slight micro pack situation. Love Struck trying to get some help from Whammy Jammy. Bielsa Betsy back on the track trying to get through her initial pass completed. She's got to get around Roxy McSocksoff, able to get that initial pass done. Your lead jammer, Bielsa Betsy. Low block on Jungle. She'll go to the box for 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Bielsa Betsy already got a 5-point pass completed. Love Struck initial pass is all done. Out of play block is the call on the jammer, Bielsa Betsy. Power jam time for Love Struck and the Trauma Queens. Only 2 blockers on the shot for the Muertas. Felonious Flinging Monkey and Ambient trying to slow down Love Struck to no avail. That's 5 in the sky. Grand slam. Love Struck trying to work the inside. Then goes to the middle, staying away from the edges. Love Struck trying to get around Ambient and Felonious Flinging Monkey. Also, Myth America and Jungle join the fray. Bielsa Betsy on the outside, back on the track and engaged with the pack. That actually swings through the middle. That's going to count for a 4-point pass for the Muertas Locas. Failure to reform on Jungle. That's her second penalty of this jam. Bielsa Betsy completing a 4-point pass on that. Oh, 5 in the sky. Grand slam. Shaun of the Dead tells me. And the jam is completed with the Muertas Locas throwing up a 14 spot in jam number 2. Taking a 5-point lead over the Trauma Queens. Say words.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Right now on the jam, Scalia Stark facing off against Adrian Belcado.
Adrian Belcado, lead jammer. Belcado now making her way through. Scoring opportunity time impacts the back of the track wall thing. Baroness Von Booty trying to slow down Belcado. She's able to step through the inside and collect 5 points for the Muertas Locas.
Scalia Stark completing her initial pass.
Whammy Jammy getting a forearm penalty at the whistle. She'll sit in the box for 30 seconds. How we start off jam number 4. Bielsa Betsy on the jam line once again taking on number 77, Joan Jet Setter. On the inside, Joan Jet Setter finds a hole and exploits it, picking up lead jammer for the Trauma Queens.
Got excited.
Joe Jet Setter trying to work to the outside. Myth America, Turtle, and Balcado slowing down the efforts of Joan Jet Setter. 23-11, Trauma Queens Trauma Queens trailing by 12. 23 minutes, 42 seconds to go in period number 1. On the jam line for the first time tonight. Baroness Von Booty for the Trauma Queens. And in her very first bout here at North Texas Derby Revolution, Howler Mouse. Baroness Von Booty forced to the outside. Track cut is the call on Baroness Von Booty. No. And Howler Mouse picking a lead jammer. No pass, no penalty then is the call on Baroness Von Booty. Howler Mouse lead jammer. Howler Mouse getting coached from her bench to call off the jam after getting that 4-point pass. Her first jam ever, her first 4 points ever, her first lead jam, her first call off. Howler Mouse, ladies and gentlemen. Whistle blows and the skaters roll. Bielsa Betsy taking on female Barbie doll. Bielsa Betsy right around turn number 2, lead jammer status awarded.
Bielsa Betsy easily around the outside. Female Barbie doll still trying to complete that initial pass. Female Barbie doll passes the star to Roxy McSocksoff as Bielsa Betsy makes another 5-point pass. Grand slam on the board for the Muertas, Locas. Bielsa Betsy making a 3rd pass, putting that 15 points on this jam alone.
20 minutes, 38 seconds to go in period number 1. The Muertas Locas 42 and the Trauma Queens 12. We're going to reset and restart on the Stroud's Fitness Jam line. It's going to be Joan Jetsetter taking on Howler Mouse.
Because you want to hear it.
Whistle blows and the skaters roll. Both skaters go to the outside. Howler Mouse trying to stay low. Track cut is the call on Joan Jetsetter. Power jam time for Howler Mouse and the Muertas Locas.
Howler Mouse being a lead jammer. Howler Mouse to the outside, down to the inside, picking up 5-point grand slam. Joan Jetsetter out of the box and re-engaged with the pack, completing her initial pass. Howler Mouse one more pass, picking up 4 more points and calling off the jam. 9 points for the Muertas Locas, brings us to 51-12 for the Trauma Queens. A little over 19 minutes left in the first half.
This is the first half, right? Yeah. I say period. Period day.
Right now on the jam line, Bielzovetsi taking on Phenol Barbidol. Bielzovetsi through the inside and back to the outside, picking up lead jammer. Phenol Barbidol with a little bit of a fake out, completes her initial pass. Bielzovetsi with a little footwork there, makes it through the pack, picking up her 4 points and calling off the jam.
Getting back into the groove.
Love Struck on the Stroud's Fitness Jam line, taking on Balcado. Official timeout. Quick run through again of all the sponsors here at the House of Quad that help us with this amazing, exciting, awesome action on display for you. We're going to talk about the Texas Institution of Orthopedics and Sports Surgery in Grapevine, Kendall Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Southlake, Southwell Massage, Fluffy the Great, Southwell Massage Specialist. Tonight's after party location will be the Abbey Underground, 21 and over with no cover. I want to thank Denton Hampton Inn and Suites, Impress Graphics of Denton, Big Mikey's Landscaping, Big Mikey's Penalty Box, of course, Stroud's Fitness in Hurst, Karma Yoga, and Pepper House Designs. Balcado exploding on the outside. No room for error on that tightrope walk around this first part of the track, picking up lead jammer. Balcado working the center of the track, pushes through right around Joan Jetsetter. Lead, that's going to count for 5 points. Grand slam. Back block penalty on Balcado. She'll be going to the box for 30 seconds. Lovestruck tripping over a couple of skates, trying to get her past her. She's going to go ahead and hand the starred helmet cover off. Joan Jetsetter is now the possessor of the star helmet cover. She is now the jammer for the Trauma Queens. Scaria Stark, failure to reform penalty. She's in the box for 30 seconds. Trauma Queens down one blocker, but Joan Jetsetter makes her way through nicely. Able to pick up that 4-point scoring opportunity. Balcado flying around the track. Also trying to put points on the board for the Muertas Locas. Back block penalty again on Balcado. Power jam time restored for the Trauma Queens. We're going to call this an official timeout, maybe? Guess we're going to call this an official timeout. Conversations happening with both coaching staffs. Appears that they've completed the conversation. And the next whistle is going to start the jam. Power jam time for the Trauma Queens. Fetal Barbie doll on the Shrouds Fitness Jam line. Illegal re-entry on Scaria Stark. She'll be headed back to the penalty box to think about what she's done wrong. Track cut on the Trauma Queens Jammer Fetal Barbie doll. Star pass completed. Now wearing the star on her helmet for the Muertas Locas, Bielsa Betsy. She's going to try to take advantage of this power jam situation. Bielsa Betsy blows right through, not a chance in hell. That's a count for 5 in the sky, grand slam. Right through the inside without any contact whatsoever. Bielsa Betsy, another 5-point grand slam.
Makes me think of a Beatles song.
Working to the outside, Bielsa Betsy getting around Scaria Stark and getting another 4-point pass. Back block on Fetal Barbie doll. Back to the box for 30 seconds.
Jam clock runs out right as Bielsa Betsy was approaching the pack, but not before she was able to put up 18 points for the Muertas Locas.
Coach Johnny Voodoo is going to put Howler Mouse out for the power jam. We'll see if she can take advantage of this opportunity for the Muertas Locas. Howler Mouse on the outside, able to keep her balance and not get forced off the track by Joe Jetsetter. No pass, no penalty. That means that Phenol Barbie Doll, when she's released from the box, she will have an opportunity to get lead jammer position for the Trauma Queens. But Howler Mouse is still able to put points up on the scoreboard for the Muertas Locas in the position that she is in. That was 5. Howler Mouse knocked to the inside. Back block penalty. She'll be going to the box for 30 seconds. Destruction of the pack penalty on Professor Sakabiach. Forearm on Annie Orphanmaker. But he called no pass, no penalty.
Started in the box.
I think that's an official timeout.
Oh, official timeout, ladies and gentlemen. The Trauma Queens are out here tonight, and they have a brand new sponsor for this season, Anderson, Spector and Company, certified public accountants. Celebrate 30 years of tax, income, and planning. Combined with their expertise, experiences, the team mentality of their staff, they assure every client receives the close analysis and attention they deserve. Check them out at www.andersonspector.com.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions about the game, see this lovely lady over here with a big sign that says Ask Me. Ask her whatever you'd like, as long as it's about roller derby.
Muertas Locas official review stating that their jammer was given a lead jammer status and then had the lead jammer status then given to Trauma Queens after a penalty, when in fact Howler Mouse was called a no pass, no penalty on her initial pass, meaning that Phenol Barbie Doll coming out of the penalty box was eligible to be the lead jammer. She was, in fact, called lead jammer, called the jam off legally, and we're back to roller derby. Bielsa Betsy for the Muertas Locas is your lead jammer. Roxy McSocks off, initial pass completed. Now Bielsa Betsy coming in hot, going up against a 3-wall for the Drama Queens. Quick shift to the outside, has to revert back to the inside, avoids a hit by Baroness Von Booty, taps her hips and calls off the jam after collecting 2 points for the Muertas Locas, 0 for the Trauma Queens. That puts us at 89-30 inside of 11 minutes to go in period number 1. Adam Baum, who do we have on the jam line?
Right now on the jam line, we have Howler Mouse from Muertas Locas and Joan Jetsetter for the Drama Queens. Next whistle starts the jam. Howler Mouse to the inside, picking up lead jammer. Joan Jetsetter completing her initial pass, not too far behind. Howler Mouse through half the pack, picking up 3 points for the Muertas Locas and calling off the jam.
On the Strauss Fitness Jam line, Bielsa Betsy taking on Miracle Smacks. That whistle blows, no skaters roll. Bielsa Betsy pushing hard against the 4-wall of Trauma Queens. Trying to find some room to get this initial pass completed. Lead jammer goes to Bielsa Betsy. Track cut is the call on Miracle Smacks. 30 seconds in the box. Power jam time for the Muertas Locas.
Bielsa Betsy completing her first scoring pass. 5 points on the board for the Muertas Locas as she approaches the pack again. Through the inside, picking up 5 more for the Muertas Locas. Bring them to 10 points on this power jam.
Bielsa Betsy outside, then inside, right around turn 1 and 2. That's another 5-point grand slam.
With a little help from my friends, right?
Miracle Smacks on the track, engaged with the pack. Both teams back at full strength. 5-on-5 roller derby. Miracle Smacks trying to get that initial pass completed. Gets knocked hard to the inside. Well, Bielsa Betsy is able to collect 4 points on that scoring opportunity. Baroness Von Booty given the starred helmet cover from Miracle Smacks. Muertas Locas quickly identifying that strategy, knocking it Baroness Von Booty back to the inside. She tries to go outside, able to get around right at the whistle. Track cut on Baroness Von Booty. She'll go to the box for 30 seconds. Bielsa Betsy flying around the track gets another 5-point scoring opportunity. 29-point jam for Bielsa Betsy. The Muertas Locas 121-30. We are in, coming about 7 minutes to go in period number 1. Holy cow. You want to take this now? Power start situation. Turtle jamming for the first time tonight. Picking up lead jammer right off the bat. Now it's time to put some points up on the board for the Muertas Locas. Turtle coming around the turn number 1. Trying to split through the middle. Goes chest to chest against Field Barbadol. Slips around that positional block. That's another 5 points for the Muertas. Baroness Von Booty out of the box and engaged with the pack. Finding room on the inside was Turtle. She's going to go through for 5 points. Multiplayer block on Love Struck. Turtle chest to chest with Vino Barbidol trying to get some help from Scaria. Track cut is the call on Howler Mouse. Turtle trying to get around Pheno Barbidol. Scaria Stark trying to give her some help, but to no avail as another 5-point registered on the scoreboard for Turtle. Turtle goes right through Pheno Barbidol. 5-point grand slam for the Muertas Locas. 2 blockers go into the box for the Muertas. Misconduct call against Turtle. Power jab time for Baroness Von Booty. And that is the jam. Official timeout.
Huh? Yeah, what are these? Oklahoma City roller derby? I think they're going to be here tomorrow morning. They play ACLU and a hangover about. I believe that's the same team. What is it again? Fighting?
We've had a lot of conversations about it. Next, this is going to start the jam. Extreme micro pack situation, power jam situation for the Trauma Queens. Muertas Locas only 2 blockers on the track. Roxy Mix socks off on the Stroud's Fitness Jam line. At the whistle, Roxy Mix socks off, trying to get around Annie Orphan Maker. Ambien doing a nice job of helping Annie, but lots of room on the inside. Roxy Mix socks off the jammer. Four blockers now on the track for the Muertas Locas. A little bit harder for the scoring opportunity now for Roxy Mix socks off. Roxy knocked to the inside by Balcado. She's going to have to recycle back around turn number 3. Roxy Mix socks off back on. Turtle now back on the track and engaged with the pack. 5-on-5 roller derby, ladies and gentlemen. Trauma Queen's not able to take advantage of that situation. Roxy Mix socks off, forced out by Ambien, laying on her back, taps her hips and calls off the jam. 4 points awarded for the Trauma Queens. We're 140-39, 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go, period number 1. On the Stroud's Fitness Jam line, Joan Jet Setter taking on Bielsa Betsy from the Muertas Locas.
Bielsa Betsy through the inside on turn 2, picking up lead jammer. Joan Jet Setter right behind her.
She had her finger out like that. She was skating.
Bielsa able to pick up 2 points before calling off the jam early to prevent Joan Jetsetter from picking up anything, and she was successful.
Successful. Much success on the jam line is going to be Howler Mouse taking on Fetal Barbie Doll. Howler Mouse working left and right, trying to get around Professor Sakabiach in Miracle Specs. Goes to the inside, gets blocked out by Roxy McSaltsoff, then dips her shoulder and runs into the back of Whammy Jammy. 2 skaters to beat for Howler Mouse. She goes back and forth. They got to let her go. Lead jammer, Howler Mouse.
Female Barbie Doll making her initial pass. Howler Mouse trying to get through that wall of trauma queens to pick up those points.
That's a 4-point pass for Fetal Barbie Doll.
He's had 1. That says 3, which is it? He said that Howler Mouse scored 1, but that said 3. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Who do we have? Joan and that's it.
Right now on the jam line, Joan Jetsetter facing up against Bielsa Betsy. Next whistle starts the jam.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, during halftime, if you have any questions about the game you're seeing, I suggest you see Jenny Hoffa with the sign. Ask her lots of questions. She knows all the answers. Lead jammer locked up by Bielsa Betsy. Joan Jetsetter. Initial pass complete. Bielsa Betsy right around Baroness Von Booty. That's a 4-point hit it and quit it for the Muertas Locas. And the clock says it's halftime. We got a 5-minute halftime, ladies and gentlemen, so don't go too far. But I would like you to go check out my friends at the Rolling Rebellion booth. They're selling some towels and some t-shirts. They're going to go to a really important tournament here in like a month, and they need cash, so go give them your money.
Along with the skate. Pretty sucky. But I've had,
That was super awesome. Hi, I'm Seam Slayer from Duke. And the stuff that's been hard has been so rewarding that it totally works out in the end. Hi, I'm Seam Slayer from Duke City Roller Derby, and I will be answering a couple of questions today. What's your favorite post-bout food? I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and anything covered in green chili is what I need. If someone is on the fence about playing roller derby, what would you tell them? You make so many new friends that you never thought possible. You get to work out and improve your physique while having a lot of fun.
basics of flat track roller derby. Brought to you by Antic Skate Boots and the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. The game of roller derby is played on roller skates. The players wear helmets, elbow pads, wrist guards, and knee pads. The track is flat, not banked. Each 30-minute half is broken down into shifts called jams. The group of 8 players at the front is called the pack. The pack is made of players who play the position of. Behind the pack are the jammers, the skaters who score points and are marked by a large star on their helmet. When the whistle blows, the jammers try to skate their way through the pack and out the other side, but they will be met with the hips, rear, and shoulders of the opposing team's blockers. When 2 bodies make contact on the track, this is called a block. Once the jammers have skated their way through the pack the first time, they're ready to begin scoring. They earn a point every time they legally pass a member of the opposing team. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. The jammers will fail to earn points if they pass the opposing blockers illegally. Any player who performs an illegal action will earn a penalty. So what's illegal? Elbows, tripping, back blocking, and passing out of bounds. Any player who receives a major penalty has earned a 30-second trip to the penalty box. The jam ends when the lead jammer places her hands on her hips, or when 2 minutes has elapsed. 30 seconds later, a new jam begins, and the whole thing starts again.
right, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for period number 2, Muertas, Locas versus the Drama Queens? All 5 of you, nice, appreciate that. Thank you, Dar. All right, next whistle's gonna start the jam, I swear. No, it's not. First, now next whistle's gonna start the jam.
Right now on the jam line, we have Roxy McSocksoff going against BL's Zabetsy. BL's Zabetsy picking up lead jammer.
You like that slow down? Makes them pay attention.
Outside, lots of speed. Betsy, 5 in the sky, grand slam. Roxy McSocksoff, initial pass is completed. Coach Johnny Voodoo trying to get his team to play in front of this moving pack. Betsy swings through, 4 points, calls off the jam. Nope, 3 points, calls off the jam. .155.43, 29 minutes to go in period number 2 on the Stroud's Fitness Jam line. You are looking at Joan Jetsetter for the Trauma Queens taking on Howler Mouse for the Muertas, Locas. Nice explosion of speed on the outside. Howler Mouse lead jammer.
Joan Jetsetter completing her initial pass. Not too far behind Howler Mouse as both jammers come around trying to pick up some points.
Track cut is the call on Howler Mouse. Jam was called off. Can't call off the jam when the lead jammer's in the penalty box, but sometimes mistakes happen. Power star situation for the Trauma Queens. Baroness Vaughn Booty on the Stroud's Fitness Jam line for the Trauma Queens. The Baroness going chest to chest against Hercules. Puts her on her backside, but now she's got to work truck and trailer right around Myth America. Nice there, blocked by Scaria. Scaria Stark trying to help out Baroness Von Booty. Now the rest of the Trauma Queens are coming in for a little bit of offensive help. Track cut on Baroness Von Booty. Power jam is over. Howler Mouse now in a position to pick up lead jammer. Lead jammer for Howler Mouse to go through for 5 points. It's Howler Mouse. Baroness Von Booty engaged with Howler Mouse coming out of the penalty box. Knocks her off the track and forces a call off. Good job there by Baroness Von Booty, playing some solid defense coming out of the penalty box. On the Stroud's Fitness Jam line, Betsy for the Muertas Locas taking on Phenol Barbie Doll from your Trauma Queens. Betsy pushing around whammy jammy lead jammer. Betsy. Phenol Barbie Doll still working against a very stout defensive posture by the Muertas Locas. Betsy swinging through the inside for a 5 in the sky grand slam. Nice defensive work here on the back end. Trauma Queens able to get their wall together. Slowing down Betsy. Phenobarbital on the inside. Initial pass is completed. I heard a whistle. It looks like Turtle got a penalty, but I don't know what for.
Roxy McSauce forced to the inside. That's a recycle. Mid-America on the outside in turn 2, picking up lead jammer. Mid-America forcing her way through in turn 4, picking up 5 points for the Muertas, Locas. Roxy McSauce completes her initial pass. Mid-America picking up 4 more points for the Muertas, Locas and calling off the jam. 179 for the Muertas Locas and 43 for the Trauma Queens. Just under 23 minutes in the second period. Betsy facing off against Love Struck in jam number 6. Both jammers having a hard time getting through the pack, but Betsy picks up lead jammer. Betsy weaving through skaters, the inside through the outside, picking up 5-point grand slam. Once again for the Muertas Locas.
Track cut call on Love Struck. It's power jam time for Betsy.
She fakes to the outside, then goes to the inside for another grand slam. Bringing them to 10 points for the Muertas Locas on this power jam. Back through the inside, through only 2 blockers. Betsy picking up 5 more. Love Struck out of the box and re-engaged with the pack. No pass, no penalty on Love Struck. And she comes back around. Betsy back through the inside, picking up 4 more points for the Muertas Locas and calling off the jam. 19 points from Betsy.
On the Shrouds Fitness Jam Line, Myth America taking on Miracle Smacks. Myth America trying to work the outside, trying to get around Professor Sakabiyash and Phenobarbital. Nice job, double positional blocking, but avoiding an out of play call, they have to let Myth America go. Myth America is your lead jammer. Myth America trying to split this 4-wall, put together by the Trauma Queens. Working left, working right, 5 in the middle, 5 in the sky. Grand slam for Myth America. Finisher form call on Turtle. Destruction of the pack call against Annie Orphan Maker. Directional block penalty against Mrs. Hercules. That's 3 blockers in a row picking up penalties for the Muertas Locas. All by her lonesome is Felonious Fleeing Monkey, trying to do some offensive help to get Myth America through. And at the whistle,
bit of a micro pack situation here at the beginning of Jam 7 as Roxy McSocksoff takes on Howler Mouse.
official time out.
Well, here in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of this game, we will have a Most Valuable Blocker, Most Valuable Jammer, and Most Valuable Player award handed out to deserving athletes that participated in this first game.
So you can't win it?
I cannot. They don't have a Most Valuable Announcer award yet.
I'm going to make that.
Yet.
I'm going to make that.
But just wait.
Right now. I'm on it right now.
Hey, it's 2015. Progressive, man. We're going to get there.
I am free to do what I would like.
On the Shrouds Fitness Jam line, number 13, Roxy McSocksoff. Taking on number 310, that is Howler Mouse. On the inside line, Roxy McSocksoff picking up lead jammer.
Howler Mouse completes her initial pass, not far behind. She is skating hard, not wanting to let Roxy McSocksoff pick up all of the points. Howler Mouse clipped on the inside of turn 3. Roxy McSocksoff calling off the jam after picking up 4 points for the Trauma Queens.
On the Strouds Fitness Jam line, Joan Jetsetter for the Trauma Queens, taking on Bielsa Betsy from the Muertas Locas.
Bielsa Betsy on the outside, quickly picking up lead jammer. Joan Jetsetter with a little bit of an apex jump there, getting around turn 3, completing her initial pass.
High block call on Bielsa Betsy. Power jam time for Joan Jetsetter and the Trauma Queens. Nice hit by Mrs. Hercules on the outside with Love Struck, forcing a recycle all the way back around turn number 1. Joan Jetsetter re-engaging on the track now, trying to figure out a way to get through this 4-wall put together by the Muertas Locas. Low block penalty on Mrs. Hercules.
Meanwhile, Beelzebubsy flew by for a 4-point pass as right as she came out of the penalty box. Joan Jetsetter trying to call off the jam, but not lead jammer.
Track cut penalty on Joan Jetsetter. Beelzebubsy back on the track, getting 4 points right off the jump. We will go the full 2 minutes of this jam. No more lead jammers on the track. Working outside, then getting some help on the inside. One skater to beat Beelzebubsy. Count them 5 in the sky. Grand slam. Nice job there by Beelzebubsy in the waning moments of this final 2 minutes of that jam. Official timeout.
Just want to make sure I called that right. Do what?
The House of Quad would like to thank their sponsors, the Texas Institute of Orthopedics and Sports Surgery in Grapevine, as well as Kendall Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Southlake. Let's not forget Southwell Massage, our very own Fluffy the Greats in Louisville, at the Abbey Inn and the Abbey Underground in Denton. I apologize. The Abbey Inn and Abbey Underground in Denton. That's for the after party. 21 and up, no cover. We'll see you afterwards. And we are back to derby action. Next whistle starts the jam on a power start for Howler Mouse.
Trying to find room on the inside. Exploding into space. Howler Mouse lead jammer.
A little help there from Flingin' Monkey to get through the inside. Joan Jetsetter back out of the box and re-engaged with her back in turn 2. With a big hit, she hits the floor. Howler Mouse trying to make a scoring pass here. Joan Jetsetter finally gets through in turn 3. Howler Mouse comes through for a 4-point scoring pass and calls out the jam.
14.5 minutes to go, period number 2, 23-51. On the Stroud's Fitness Jam line, none other than number 667, that's Beelzebubsy, taking on Miracle Smacks.
That's not a regular Smacks.
It's a Miracle Smacks.
That's right.
I'm really into sugar smacks, to be honest with you. Those are delicious.
Beelzebubsy through the inside at turn number 1. Pick it up, lead jammer.
With a scoring opportunity coming up as she comes around turn number 1 and 2. Beelzebubsy continues her onslaught of offensive performance, swinging through for 5 in the sky. Grand slam.
Miracle Smacks almost completing her initial pass, gets knocked to the inside, has to recycle back.
Miracle Smacks slapped with a track cut penalty by Shaun of the Dead. That's going to be 30 seconds of power jam time for Beelzebubsy.
I think you mean Miracle Smacks.
No pass, no penalty is the call on Miracle Smacks. She's going to go back on the track. No penalty called. But while they're trying to figure all that out, 10 points put on the board by Beelzebubsy. Bringing her total to this jam, 15 points already with a minute to go.
Yes, everybody else may be distracted, but Beelzebubsy has her eyes on those points. Making yet another pass right there in turn 2. Calling off the jam.
19-point jam for Beelzebubsy.
Next up, on the Shrouds Fitness Jam line, we have Baroness Von Booty going off against Howlermouse. Howlermouse fighting to get through that four wall, trying to get around Professor McSaka Biatch, and she does at the end of turn 2, picking up lead jammer. Baroness Von Booty pushing her way through those blockers, completing her initial pass as Howlermouse comes back around turn 4.
Howlermouse trying to work through the center of the pack, gets knocked down, up on her feet, and calls off the jam.
But not before Baroness Von Booty can pick up 1 point for the Trauma Queens, while Howlermouse picked up 3 for the Muertas Locas. Right now on the Shrouds Fitness Jam line, we have Beelzebetsy facing up against Scaria Stark. So tie pack here. Scaria forced to the inside. Has to recycle back to the beginning of turn 1. Beelzebetsy around the outside of turn 2, picking up lead jammer. 5-point grand slam on Beelzebetsy. Scaria Stark still trying to get through that four-wall Muertas Locas. They're making it very, very difficult for her. Beelzebetsy slipping through like a hot knife through butter. Picking up another 5 points, bringing her up to 15 points in jam number 13.
Point jam for Beelzebetsy and the Muertas Locas. 262 to 56 inside of 10 minutes to go. Howlermouse now on the Shrouds Fitness Jam line going up against Roxy Mick Socks Off. Trying to break through on the middle. One scared to beat. Nice job there by Baroness Von Booty. Failure to reform penalty on Felonious Flinging Monkey. She's going to the box. Nice bridge there by Turtle, trying to slow down the progress of Roxy McSocksoff. Howlermouse trying to get around Fetal Barbie Doll. Disposes of her. One blocker to beat. That's for Professor Sakabiatch. Lead jammer, Howlermouse.
Roxy McSocksoff completes her initial pass. Howlermouse coming back around for her first scoring pass. 4 points on the board for Howlermouse as she calls off the jam in turn 2. Just over 8 minutes left in the second half. 266 Muertas Locas to the Trauma Queens 56.
Annie Orphanmaker on the jam line for the first time tonight for the Muertas Locas, taking on Miracle Smacks. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Jenny Hoffa walking around with a sign, ask me questions about them.
Annie Orphanmaker squeezes through turn 3 to pick a 5-point grand slam for the Muertas Locas.
Trying to offensively block. Multi-player block is the penalty on. Not a chance in hell. She's got to go all the way around the track before she can sit down and serve that penalty. Here comes Annie Orphanmaker to the inside. Goes chest to chest against Baroness Von Booty. Gets forced to the inside. Now she's looking for a little bit of help by Beelzebetsy. Knocked to the outside. Annie Orphanmaker calls off the jam. Baroness Von Booty gets a huge hit at the whistle. I think she was looking for a call there.
Look like it.
On the Shrouds Fitness Jam line, Thelodious Friggin' Monkey taking on Female Barbie Doll. Female Barbie Doll on the outside, 360 spins, got to recycle back behind the jammer line. Thelodious Friggin' Monkey lead jammer.
Female Barbie Doll with a little bit of an apex jump there in turn 1. Completes her initial pass. Friggin' Monkey flying through the pack. Picking up 4 points on the board and calling off the jam. Back on the Shrouds Fitness Jam line, we have Joan Jetsetter going up against Howler Mouse. Howler Mouse with a juke through the inside, picking up lead jammer. Howler Mouse coming around for her first scoring pass. Joan Jetsetter picking up a penalty, giving the power jam to Howler Mouse as she makes her first pass for a 5-point grand slam. Howler Mouse moving fast, knocking down blockers by sheer force of will. Picking up another 5 points. Bringing her to 15 points on this power jam. Joan Jetsetter finished with that penalty box. Back re-engaged with the pack. Howler Mouse forced to the inside in turn 1. That's a recycle. Calls off the jam. 15 points to the Muertas Locas. I'm sorry, 19 points for the Muertas Locas.
On the Shrouds Fitness Jam line, number 13, Roxy McSocksoff, taking on number 22, Ambien. With room on the outside, Ambien runs into Lovestruck, has to recycle back behind the pack. Roxy McSocksoff knocked to the inside. Ambien trying to get past Whammy Jammy, able to get lead jammer. Ambien. Turtle sent to the penalty box. And subsequently will be leaving the game. That's Turtle's 7th penalty of the contest. She is eliminated from competition. Roxy McSocksoff still trying to get that initial pass completed while Ambien flying around the track, putting up another 5-point grand slam.
Ambien makes another 5-point grand slam for the Muertas Locas. Star pass to Fatal Barbie Doll. Roxy McSocksoff now blocking for
the Trauma Queens. Ambient calling off the jam. Nice step through, picking up 1 point. Nice quick feet there by Phenol Barbie Doll, getting at that point. 3:17 to 57. We are 1 minute into the left in the as stated earlier, number 42, Turtle, 7 penalties. She is fouled out of the game.
Right now on the Shrouds Fitness Jam line, we have Howler Mouse facing off against Joan Jetsetter.
Legal procedure
Joan
call.
Jetsetter right through the inside.
Shot cut penalty on Joan Jetsetter. Howler Mouse lead jammer. What could be most likely the last jam of the game. Howler Mouse right to the inside around Baroness Vaughn. Booty fly with a sky grand slam.
I am on it, sir. Blocker, jammer, MVP.
Howler Mouse back to the back for another 5-point grand slam.
Howler Mouse, track cut penalty. Joan Jetsetter on the track. Gets around Beelzebubetsy with a nice move. Her initial pass is completed now. Joan Jetsetter now trying to get through this floor wall. Goes in the back of Myth America. Now trying to go outside of Beelzebubetsy. Nice force out by Beelzebubetsy around turn number 2. Joan Jetsetter back on the track. Looking to get those points on the board as we are out of regular time. We are only in jam time, which is the best time.
The best time.
Joan Jetsetter trying to get those sweet, sweet points.
Sweet, sweet, delicious points. Howler Mouse trying to call out the jam, but having taken a penalty has forfeited lead jammer status and cannot. Little jammer on jammer action as the jam clock runs out. Unofficial final, 3:27 Muertas Locas. I'm sorry, 3:31 Muertas Locas and 61 for the Trauma Queens.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Muertas Locas.
The basics of flat track roller derby. Brought to you by Antic Skate Boots and the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. The game of roller derby is played on roller skates. The players wear helmets, elbow pads, wrist guards, and knee pads. The track is flat, not banked. Each 30-minute half is broken down into shifts called jams. The group of 8 players at the front is called the pack. The pack is made of players who play the position of blocker. Behind the pack are the jammers. The jammers are the skaters who score points and are marked by a large star on their helmet. When the whistle blows, The jammers try to skate their way through the pack and out the other side, but they will be met with the hips, rear, and shoulders of the opposing team's blockers. When two bodies make contact on the track, this is called a block. Once the jammers have skated their way through the pack the first time, they're ready to begin scoring. They earn a point every time they legally pass a member of the opposing team. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. The jammers will fail to earn points if they pass the opposing blockers illegally. Any player who performs an illegal action will earn a penalty. So what's illegal? Elbows, tripping, back blocking, and passing out of bounds. Any player who receives a major penalty has earned a 30-second trip to the penalty box. The jam ends when the lead jammer places her hands on her hips, or when 2 minutes has elapsed. 30 seconds later, a new jam begins.
Oh, Bruiser from Kansas City. She's the worst and the best. She hurts so bad.
Hello, I'm X-Mental from ICT Roller Girls, and you're watching HOQ TV.
Free yourself of old-fashioned ideas. Brace yourselves.
I saw the girls doing it, and I was like, I can do that.
I got tattooed with another girlfriend of mine, and she always cried when she got tattooed because it hurt, and she played roller derby, and I thought, I don't cry when I get tattooed, so maybe I'm stronger than you. Maybe I can play roller derby.
I'm an athlete. I played some sports growing up, and I was a childhood skater, speed skater. For me, it was just the best of both worlds. I was able to combine my desire to play a sport along with the skating.
It looked a lot more intense than it actually feels. Actually, don't use that at all, because it's really intense, and it sucks sometimes.
I met my husband, actually, in Derby.
I'm a triple threat. I play them all. I'm a triple threat. I play everything. Blocker, jammer, and pivot. Blocker and pivot primarily are responsible for playing offense and defense and trying to get their jammer through and prevent the other team from having their jammer get through. And the jammer is basically your offensive person who's responsible for scoring the points.
Having an injury was pretty sucky. I hurt my knee, so I was out for about a month and a half total.
It's usually not a matter if somebody gets hurt. If you're in it long enough, you're going to get hurt. But I've had a broken fibula, torn deltoids, which required fixation with plate and screws. And then I've had knee surgery and I've had foot surgery.
Receiving the 2012 Best Blocker Award from my league. A lot of my league mates voted for me, so that was super awesome. Totally, I didn't expect it, and I also, I got 2012 MVP, so that was, I cried. I mean, it was a roller derby award, but I cried because it meant a lot to me. There really hasn't been anything easy about joining derby. It's been very time-consuming, very physically draining, sometimes emotionally draining because you get so involved in it and you just want to get better and better, and at times you do plateau, so that gets pretty frustrating. At the same time, the stuff that's been hard has been so rewarding that it totally works out in the end.
Hi, I'm Seam Slayer from Duke City Roller Derby, and I will be answering a couple of questions today. What's your favorite post-bout food? I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and anything covered in green chili is what I need. If someone is on the fence about playing roller derby, what would you tell them? You make so many new friends that you never thought possible. You get to work out and improve your physique while having a lot of fun.
number 138, Crash Bandicooter. Number 111, President of the United States. Number 25, White Rabbit. Number 333, Cluster Fox. Number 888, Red Dead Roulette. Number 805, Yolandi Disser. And the skating captain tonight, number 10, Amazon.bomb. Not skating, Mimi Martini and Swervovsky Crystal. Bench coached by, what do you want, Rufio, Keith Rucker, whatever your name is. And coached by Uncle Jesse McNasty, a.k.a. Juan for the Road. Give it up for the Main Street Mafia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? All 5 of you. I said, are you ready? The next whistle is going to start the jam.
First up on the jam line, we have White Rabbit for the Main Street Mafia facing off against the Nom Noms for the Elm Street Nightmares.
Nom Nom.
Both jammers working hard to get through. And it's White Rabbit that picks up lead jammer in jam number 1. The Nom Noms completes her initial pass. As White Rabbit's still working on her first scoring pass.
White Rabbit forced to the outside by Galactic Scoundrel, runs into Scrap at the end, taps the hips and calls off the jam. But she got 4 on the board for Main Street Mafia. 2 points awarded to the Elm Street Nightmares. And we are officially underway. Jam number 1 in the books now. Jam number 2, you are looking at Red Dead Roulette taking on Manic Pixie.
Manic Pixie had to recycle all the way into turn 4.
John Wayne, Stacy, and Amazon.bomb both enjoying time in the box. While Red Dead Roulette continues to make her way around the track and put points up on the board for the Main Street Mafia. Nice work there by President of the United States, slowing down Manic Pixie. Now, Brutal Bliss putting a good positional blocking on Manic Pixie. That's a 5-point pass for Red Dead Roulette. 4 points just put up on the board by Manic Pixie.
Little jammer on jammer action right there at the beginning of turn 4 as Red Dead Roulette taps the hips, calling off the jam. 9 points for the Main Street Mafia and 4 points for the Elm Street Nightmares. Brings us to 6-13. Just under 27.5 minutes left in the first period.
Vietnam Noms on the Strauss Fitness Jam line going up against White Rabbit. President of the United States jumping out front, trying to slow it down Vietnam Nom. While center of the track work being done by White Rabbit, she's able to split the difference, getting around plain white tees to get that lead jammer position sewn up for the Main Street Mafia.
White Rabbit around the outside on turn 4, completing her initial pass.
White Rabbit tapping those hips, calling off the jam. 3 points awarded at the whistle for White Rabbit. 0 for the Elm Street Nightmares. 16-6 to start off the first moments of period number 1. On the Stroud's Fitness Jam line, Red Dead Roulette once again taking on first-time jammer of the evening, Lupa Cabra.
Both teams back at full power as we start jam number 3.
Three-wall put together. Nice force out there by Galactic Scoundrel on Red Dead Roulette. Clockwise block on John Wayne Stacy. Red Dead Roulette. Red Dead Roulette with a high block. Back block is the call on Lupa Cabra. Bodies are flying all over the track here.
Little skate adjustment over there for Red Dead Roulette as Lupa Cabra is making yet another pass here. Lupa Cabra picking up a track cut penalty. That's 30 seconds in the box.
Timeout, Main Street Mafia. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to join us here at the House of Quad on July 11th as the Texas Derby Revolution has their home bout playoffs. And then July 18th, the Fighting Unicorns will take on Oklahoma City Roller Derby. Also, TXMRD will have a home game. And then August 1st, North Texas Derby Revolution Championships right here at the House of Quad. Starting on the Power Jam, Main Street Mafia sent out number 3.14, Brutal Bliss. Both teams down a blocker. Brutal Bliss working the inside, the outside, back to the inside. Picking up lead Jammer there in turn 2. Coming around for a first scoring pass, putting 5 on the board for a grand slam for the Main Street Mafia.
Brutal Bliss almost knocked out in turn 4, keeps it in, picking up another 5-point grand slam as Lupacabra has been released from the penalty box and re-engaged in the pack there in turn 4. Brutal Bliss making yet another scoring pass, 4 more points on the board for the Main Street Mafia as Lupacabra completes her initial pass. Brutal Bliss picking up 3 more points before calling off the jam. That's a 12-point jam for the Main Street Mafia.
On the Strouds Fitness Jam line, White Rabbit for the Main Street Mafia going up against Vietnam Nom for your Elm Street Nightmares.
Both teams almost back to full power as Galactic Scoundrel still serving the rest of her penalty at the beginning of jam number 6. Vietnam Nom's picking up your lead jammer.
White Rabbit flying around the track trying to catch up to Vietnam Nom. She's engaged with the pack, gets knocked out of bounds. Quickly taps those hips and calls off the jam, stopping Main Street Mafia from any scoring opportunity. 21 minutes to go in period number 1. It's 33 for the Mafia, 10 for the Nightmares. Skating onto the Strouds Fitness Jam line once again, it's going to be White Rabbit. This time, Manic Pixie is going to go out there for the Elm Street Nightmares.
Both teams back to full power at the beginning of jam 6. A little under 21 minutes remaining.
Multiplayer block call on Cluster Fox. She'll be out of the box for 30 seconds. Multiplayer blocks, multiplayer penalty also just called by
White Rabbit having a tough time getting through those Nightmares. Finally does at the beginning of turn 3, picking up lead jammer. Manic Pixie making her initial pass right behind her, skating hard to catch up to keep her from scoring those points. White Rabbit knocks to the outside, taps the hips to call off the jam. But not before Manic Pixie picks up 2 points for the Elm Street Nightmares. I apologize. 2 points for the Main Street Mafia.
Back on the track after getting her skate repaired, Red Dead Roulette squaring off against Galactic Scoundrel. First time jamming tonight for the Elm Street Nightmares. Galactic Scoundrel makes her way first. Picking up lead jammer for the Elm Street Nightmares. Hot on her tail, though, is Red Dead Roulette. Scoundrel comes into contact with the back of the pack and tries to get that 1 point. Does not get her hips quite past Cluster Fox. 0 points awarded to either side.
Going into jam number 8, we have White Rabbit back on the jam line, facing off against Manic Pixie once again. Next whistle starts the jam. Manic Pixie blasting through their blockers there, picking up lead jammer in turn number 1. Manic Pixie forced to the outside, has to recycle all the way back to the jam line as White Rabbit is already coming back around for her first scoring pass.
Amazon Top Palm picking up her 3rd penalty for a low block.
Star pass to Vietnam Nom as she comes around. White Rabbit completes her first scoring pass and calls off the jam for a 5-point grand slam. Next whistle starts the jam as we have Vietnam now facing off against Red Dead Roulette. Red Dead Roulette easily shaking the two blockers there, picking up lead jammer. A very quick star pass there to Lupa Cabra. She is knocked out there in the end of turn number 2. As Red Dead Roulette completes her first scoring pass for 4 points.
Star pass completed to Lupa Cabra. Lupa Cabra now jamming for the Elm Street Nightmares.
Next up on the Shroud finish jam line, we got Brutal Bliss facing off against Manic Pixie. 16 and a half minutes left in the first half.
Nice hit by Amazon top bomb. Gonna force Manic Pixie all the way back around the jam line. Nice bridge by the Main Street Mafia, allowing that to happen. Brutal Bliss picking up lead jammer. Brutal Bliss flying around the track now, looking for a scoring opportunity, waiting for her teammates to come help with an offensive position. Brutal Bliss to the center of the track's got to get around Sky Monkey. Shakes left, shoots right. Out of play is the call. Sky Monkey's got to let her go. That's going to count for 5 in the sky. Grand slam for Brutal Bliss. Manic Pixie gets forced out of bounds. Affixes the star, cover back on her head, gets positionally blocked very nicely by Crash Bandicooter and Amazon Top Bomb. Brutal Bliss got some room on the inside, got to get around Scrappy Ann, able to get that star pass happening now. John Wayne Stacy putting the star helmet cover on her head, and she is jamming for the Main Street Mafia. John Wayne Stacy engaged with the pack. Manic Pixie runs right in the back. Amazon.bomb. John Wayne Stacy on the outside. That's going to count for a 4-point scoring pass.
I thought that should have been
John Wayne Stacy works to the outside, trying to get around Sky Monkey. Nice 4-wall put together by the Elm Street Nightmares. Manic Pixie picking up a penalty right there at the whistle.
There'll be a track cut penalty on Manic Pixie, giving the Main Street Mafia a power start as we go into jam number 11.
14 minutes to go. 70-12. Main Street Mafia comfortably ahead on the Stroud's Fitness jam line. You've got all by her lonesome White Rabbit as Manic Pixie's in the penalty box. Nice 2-wall put together by Lupa Cabra and Galactic Scoundrel, but great work by White Rabbit as she's able to get through, get that lead jammer position locked in for the Main Street Mafia.
Manic Pixie making her first scoring pass for 5-point grand slam.
Manic Pixie hands off the star helmet cover to Galactic Scoundrel. Star pass complete. Galactic Scoundrel now in position to get an initial pass completed, and she's going to be the jammer for the Elm Street Nightmares. Lupa Cabra on lap number 2 in reporting for this penalty, while White Rabbit continues to mount Point totals up on the board for the Main Street Mafia. Galactic Scout will now, initial pass completed as the jammer.
White Rabbit easily slides around that pack for another 4 points on the board, I apologize. Bringing that to 14 points for the Main Street Mafia. Timeout for the Main Street Mafia.
Clock. The next whistle will start the jam, and that jam is going to feature for the Main Street Mafia with the star helmet cover on her head, Red Dead Roulette, squaring off against Vietnam Noms from your Elm Street Nightmares.
Red Dead Roulette up on the toe stops at the beginning, turn 1 to break through the pack, picking up Lee Jammer.
Low block on Brutal Bliss. She'll be headed to the penalty box for 30 seconds of shame. Vietnam Noms initial pass is completed.
Red Dead Roulette completing your first scoring pass, putting 4 points on the board and calling off the jam.
On the Stroud's Fitness Jam line, number 25, White Rabbit. Ticket on number 50, Manic Pixie.
Next whistle starts the jam. White Rabbit through the inside on the backstretch, picking up Lee Jammer.
Multiplayer block on Amazon.bomb. Penalty number 4 on the board for her.
White Rabbit coming around, blasting through the blockers there, picking up 4 points for the Main Street Mafia, calling off the jam just before Manic Pixie could pick up any points.
Come on, J-Dub.
Next up, on the jam line, going into Jam 14, we have Vietnam Noms facing off against Red Dead Roulette.
Micro pack situation, both sides down 1 blocker. Timeout, Main Street Mafia. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank our sponsors in no particular order, but They are the ones that help us do awesome things, so we got to talk about them. Texas Institute of Orthopedics and Sports Surgery in Grapevine. Kendall Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Southlake. Southwell Massage, our very own Fluffy the Great in Louisville. Tonight's after party will be at the Abbey Underground. I will be there. You should be there too. Denton, Hampton Inn and Suites, Impress Graphics of Denton, Big Mikey's Landscaping, home of Big Mikey's Penalty Box, Stroud's Fitness, Karma Yoga, and of course, Pepper House Designs. And the Trauma Queens have a great sponsor this season, Anderson, Spector and Company. Certified public accountants. Check them out at www.andersonspector.com. Want to thank all the skating officials. We got another new skating official for this game. Actually, two new. Chuk skating in the middle. We got Rhino on the outside. Thank you to the non-skating officials as well. All the fine, lovely men and women that help us organize this organization with organizational skills.
It takes those. It does.
Red Dead Roulette versus Vietnam Noms is your pairing. Both pushing really hard on these three walls that are put together. Vietnam Noms exposed to the inside. Fighting all that room, picking up lead. Jammer.
Red Dead Roulette completing her initial pass, not far behind, skating hard.
Elbow call on Crash Bandicooper. Elbow penalty also awarded to Galactic Scoundrel.
The Jam ends with 3 points for the Elm Street Nightmares and 1 point for the Main Street Mafia. Right now on the Jam line, we have Manic Pixie facing off against Brutal Bliss. Brutal Bliss picking up a penalty. That'll be 30 seconds in the box, handing Manic Pixie the power jam.
Manic Pixie gets around Amazon top bomb. Got that lead. Jammer locked in. Now it's time to put some points up on the board for the Main Street Mafia. Manic Pixie flying around the track. It's scoring time. Nice move to the inside, right around President of the United States. That's 5 in the sky. Grand slam.
The Blockers are having plenty of fun on their own, but Manic Pixie's not going to let them have all the fun. But she's coming back around for another scoring pass. Brutal Bliss back out of the penalty box, re-engaged in the pack as she picks up a track cut penalty.
Power jam continues for the Elm Street Nightmares. Manic Pixie gonna work to the outside, gets redirected. Stop block directional penalty on Crash Bandicooter. Track cut on Manic Pixie. She was knocked out of bounds and did not recycle back behind the further skater. Great job there by number 10, Amazon top bomb, to draw that track cut penalty. Failure to reform is the call on Amazon dot bomb. That is their 5th penalty of the first half. She's got 2 to burn for the second half. We're still got 7 minutes of the first half.
Brutal Bliss back out of the box and re-engaged with the pack. Now she did serve her full 30 seconds in the box before Manic Pixie arrived, so Manic Pixie will serve the full 30-second penalty.
Official review.
The basics of flat track roller derby. Brought to you by Antic Skate Boots and the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. The game of roller derby is played on roller skates. The players wear helmets, elbow pads, wrist guards, and knee pads. The track is flat, not banked. Each 30-minute half is broken down into shifts called jams. The group of 8 players at the front is called the pack. The pack is made of players who play the position of blocker. Behind the pack are the jammers. The jammers are the skaters who score points and are marked by a large star on their helmet. When the whistle blows, the jammers try to skate their way through the pack and out the other side, but they will be met with the hips, rear, and shoulders of the opposing team's blockers. When 2 bodies make contact on the track, this is called a block. Once the jammers have skated their way through the pack the first time, they're ready to begin scoring. They earn a point every time they legally pass a member of the opposing team. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. The jammers will fail to earn points if they pass the opposing blockers illegally. Any player who performs an illegal action will earn a penalty. So what's illegal? Elbows, tripping, back blocking, and passing out of bounds. Any player who receives a major penalty has earned a 30-second trip to the penalty box. The jam ends when the lead jammer places her hands on her hips, or when 2 minutes has elapsed. 30 seconds later, a new jam begins, and the whole thing starts again.
I'm the subjugator from the ICT Roller Girls, and I'm just going to answer a few questions out of this lovely helmet. Say, cupcakes, cake, or frosting? Cake, for sure. Which skater would you not want to get hit by? Oh, Bruiser from Kansas City. She is the worst and the best. She hurts so bad.
Stands, the official review is lost. And power jam time for the Main Street Mafia. Number 25, White Rabbit.
Both teams down 1 blocker as White Rabbit tries to make the best of what she can with this power jam situation. Right there in turn 2, picking up lead jammer. Manic Pixie serving her 30 seconds. Released and re-engaged with the pack as White Rabbit puts 4 on the board for the Main Street Mafia. Star pass to Vietnam Nam as both jammers come back around. White Rabbit calls off the jam at 6 points for Main Street Mafia.
On the jam line, Scrappity and for the Elm Street Nightmares taking on number 888, Red Dead Roulette.
Scrappity in, picking up a back block penalty as Red Dead Roulette picks up lead jammer there in turn 4.
Power jam situation for the Main Street Mafia. A lot of streets going on here. I don't know which one we're on.
Red Dead Roulette up on the toe stops to stay just inside the perimeter there at the beginning of turn 1 to make her first scoring pass for a 5-point grand slam. The Elm Street Nightmares blockers giving Red Dead Roulette a hard time. All the way up to the wire, they have to let her go. She makes another 5-point scoring pass. Scrappy Ann released after serving her 30 seconds. Re-engaged with the pack there on the back stretch.
Destruction of the pack all on number 33, John Wayne Stacy.
Red Dead Roulette makes her third pass, bringing us to a 15-point jam for the Main Street Mafia.
Forearm on Nikki Sticks. She's going to the box for 30 seconds.
Red Dead Roulette making a final pass there for 4 more points, making out a 19-point jam for the Main Street Mafia and bringing him past the century mark to 118 points with 3.5 minutes left in the first half.
Forearm penalty at the whistle for 888 Red Dead Roulette. It's going to be a power jam for the Elm Street Nightmares. Red Dead Roulette at the whistle. Back block penalty or forearm. One of the two. I can't remember which one I saw. What is it, forearm?
Kind of both. Got it. Elm Street Nightmares looking to take full advantage of this power start situation, sending out Vietnam Knobs.
I guess it's an official timeout.
And we're done with the official timeout. Ready to get back to action.
We got a micro pack situation going on here. Elm Street Nightmares down 2 blockers, and the Main Street Mafia down 1.
Vietnam Knobs pushing hard on that 3-wall. Dancing all over the track, trying to find some room. John Wayne Stacy out of the box now, creating a 4-wall for Mafia. Vietnam Knobs need some help, but her team's just trying to slow it down and get an out-of-play situation. Multiplayer's a call. Crash Bandicoot going to the box for 30 seconds. Vietnam Knobs' initial pass completed. She is your lead jammer. Huge hit by John Wayne Stacy on Vietnam Knobs. She was able to get 2 points before that 4th whistle. John Wayne Stacy, forearm penalty at that whistle.
Two minutes left in the first period. Going into jam number 20, Manic Pixie facing off against White Rabbit. Manic Pixie through the outside, immediately picking up lead jammer. White Rabbit hot on her tail as they both flying around the track, trying to catch up to the pack. Manic Pixie isn't having any of it. Calls off the jam at 0 points for either team.
1 minute 30 seconds to go in period number 1. 118-26. Main Street Mafia in control. What's probably going to be the last jam, potentially the last jam of period number 1. It's going to feature Manic Pixie taking on Red Dead Roulette.
Next whistle starts the jam. Going into jam 21. The score is 118 Main Street Mafia to 26 for the Elm Street Nightmares. Manic Pixie forced to the outside. Has to recycle back. Red Dead Roulette fighting through that pack. Gets a well-deserved lead, Jammer. Both teams down a blocker. Red Dead Roulette coming through for a first scoring pass as Manic Pixies forced back outside on the front stretch, back behind the jam line. Red Dead Roulette completing her first scoring pass, putting 4 points on the board for the Main Street Mafia.
Red Galactic Scoundrel sitting on her 6th penalty. Main Street Mafia with 2 skaters in desperate penalty trouble.
John Wayne Stacy making it difficult for Manic Pixie to get around as Red Dead Roulette makes another scoring pass for 5 more points for the Main Street Mafia. As the period clock has run out, Red Dead Roulette calls off the jam at 9 points. I'm sorry, at 11 points. And that will end the first half. Potentially. It looks like it. I think so. A little friendly deliberation there. Take call.
Sorry. And that's halftime. We'll be back in 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, I'm X-Mental from ICT Roller Girls, and you're watching HOQTV.
Free yourself of old-fashioned. Brace yourselves.
that. I got tattooed with another girlfriend of mine, and she always cried when she got tattooed because it hurt, and she played roller derby, and I thought, I don't cry when I get tattooed, so maybe I'm stronger than you. Maybe I can play roller derby.
I'm an athlete. I played sports growing up, and I was a childhood skater, skate skater. For me, it was just the best of both worlds. I was able to combine my desire to play a sport along with the skating.
It looked a lot more intense than it actually feels. Actually, don't use that at all, because it's really intense, and it sucks sometimes.
I met my husband, actually, in Derby.
I'm a triple threat. I play them all. I'm a triple threat. I play everything. Blocker, jammer, and pivot. Blocker and pivot primarily are responsible for playing offense and defense and trying to get their jammer through and prevent the other team from having their jammer get through. And the jammer is basically your offensive person who's responsible for scoring the goal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the second half of the Main Street Mafia versus the Elm Street Nightmares. And bout number 2 here. At the beginning of the second half, we stand with the Elm Street Nightmares with 26 points versus the Main Street Mafia's 130. First up on the jam line in jam number 1 of the second half, we have Vietnam Noms facing up against White Rabbit. Next whistle starts the jam. Slow moving pack as many skaters hit the floor. White Rabbit pushing her way through, finding her hole on the inside. Picking up lead jammer, they're in turn number 1. Vietnam Nom's hot on her tail.
Brutal Bliss picking up a penalty. So did Plain White Tees. Coming through the middle. Track cut is the call on President of the United States.
White Rabbit barreling her way through for 2 scoring passes, up to 8 points there, but not far behind. Vietnam Noms at 4 points. The Cows off the jam.
We're on the Strouds Fitness Jam line. Red Dead Roulette taking on Manic Pixie.
Manic Pixie for the inside, picking up Lee Jammer.
Stop block penalty on John Wayne Stacy. She's headed to the box. Penalty number 6 for John Wayne Stacy. Penalty number 6. Penalty number 6 for Amazon.bomb, and penalty number 7 for Galactic Scoundrel.
Manic Pixie picking up a penalty, handing the handing the power jam over to Red Dead Roulette. Red Dead Roulette completing her second scoring pass. 5 points on the board. 10 for the jam. She comes back around, a quick juke at the beginning of turn 1, and that's another 5 points on the board.
She's not allowed to go like it at all.
Red Dead Roulette completing a 4th scoring pass. Another 5-point grand slam. A quick juke right there at the end of turn 2. And Red Dead Roulette is up to 25 points.
Stop block penalty at the whistle for Amazon.bomb. That is her 7th penalty. So in that jam, Amazon.bomb and Galactic Scoundrel have both fouled out of the game. Official timeout.
Main Street Mafia calls for an official review.
Sorry. All good. Yeah. Huh?
After the official review on the clockwise block, continuous clockwise block penalty, number 10, Amazon.bomb, did collect her 7th penalty and is eliminated from competition. Main Street Mafia loses their official review.
Next whistle starts the jam, featuring White Rabbit facing off against Vietnam Noms. White Rabbit finds her hole at the end of turn 2. The Vietnam Noms picking up speed, flying around the pack, and White Rabbit approaching the pack here. Vietnam Noms almost through the inside, gets knocked out of bounds, has to recycle back as White Rabbit completes her first scoring pass for 4 points.
There's a little baby pyramid sprouting out of the wilderness.
Both blockers completing a scoring pass there. White Rabbit picking up 5. Vietnam Noms picking up 4 points. White Rabbit blasting through the pack once again, picking up 4 more points for the Main Street Mafia. As Vietnam Noms forced outside of turn 1 and has to recycle back. Once again, White Rabbit through the pack, 5 more points up on the board. Close off the jam at 18 points for the Main Street Mafia and 4 points for the Elm Street Nightmares.
Main Street Mafia sitting with 3 players with 5 penalties. As these benches continue to get shorter, these skaters are going to have to skate more jams, and the more jams they skate in the heat, 24 minutes is going to seem like a really long time.
Going into jam number 3 of period number 2, we have Red Dead Roulette, who blasts through the pack, picking up lead jammer. She's facing off against Manic Pixie, who picked up a penalty and will be facing 30 seconds in the box as Red Dead Roulette is on the power jam. Red Dead Roulette completing her first scoring pass of this power jam, putting 5 points up on the board. A little bit of footwork there at the beginning of turn 3 for 5 more in the sky. Manic Pixie having served her 30 seconds. Back on the track, re-engaged, and trying to get through that 4-wall. As Red Dead Roulette completes yet another scoring pass. Coming back around, uncontested through the inside at the end of turn 2 for yet 5 more points. Red Dead Roulette right through the end of turn 3, beginning of turn 4, jukes through the crowd, picking up 5 more in the sky. Manic Pixie completing her initial pass.
John Wayne Stacy collecting her 6th penalty of the competition. 1 more and she will be eliminated.
The skaters taking this awesome opportunity for a little dance-off. I feel like we should do the same there, Captain. You don't dance?
No.
That's okay.
I dance like crazy, yo. Shaun of the Dead, unable to complete the game due to dehydration, it looks like. So his backup referee, Louis Descrates, to get that lead jammer status awarded. Failure to reform on President of the United States.
White Rabbit completing our first scoring pass for 4 points on the board. Mainstream Mafia ladies giving Lupa Cabra a hard time, but she remains undeterred as she breaks through the pack for her first scoring pass, putting 4 on the board, while White Rabbit does the same for 5 points. White Rabbit completing another scoring pass there for 4 points.
Lupa Cabra 3 for 4. Crash Bandicooter collecting her 6th penalty of the competition. One more and she will be eliminated.
Both of these jammers fighting hard for every little point they can get. White Rabbit making another pass for 4 points. Right behind her, Lupa Cabra does the same for 4. Never mind. Time out for the Mainstream Mafia.
Why is he signaling that?
We can't hear good over here.
He's real sweet.
Everybody is.
I gotta get up this morning and go to the double tap. Yeah, I mean, it's better than, what was that, last weekend? Well, last week was the night where we came up here for juniors all day, and then tried to play a race here, just moved out. Then went home for a few hours of sleep, come back up in the morning, come back here for the rest of the juniors.
The next whistle will start the jam.
For reals this time. This jam's going to feature Red Dead Roulette facing off against Manic Pixie. Red Dead Roulette right through the inside, picking up lead jammer.
Back block.
Manic Pixie assess a back block penalty, giving Red Dead Roulette the power jam for the next 30 seconds. Red Dead Roulette, in the meantime, completes her first scoring pass for a 5-point grand slam. Right around through the outside, juking those Elm Street Nightmares out of 5 more points. The pack's not moving. While Red Dead Roulette goes to the inside, jukes back around to the outside at the end of turn 4 for 5 more points. Manic Pixie, having served the 30 seconds, reevaluating her decisions, has re-engaged with the pack and trying to complete her initial pass.
Multiplayer block on Vietnam Nom. Another 5-point scoring pass there by Red Dead Roulette.
Manic Pixie with some fancy footwork there in turn 4, completing her initial pass. While Red Dead Roulette completes yet another one for 4 more points on the board. She sees Manic Pixie coming around, picking up some points, looking to pick up some points, calls off the jam. 24 points for the Main Street Mafia. Next whistle is going to start the jam. This one's going to feature plain white tees on the jam line, facing up against White Rabbits. Plain white tees around the outside, picking up lead jammer. White Rabbit completing her initial pass on the heels of plain white tees.
Seemed like she was doing anything, but okay.
Plain white tees knocked to the outside of turn 4, calls off the jam.
On the Straub's Fitness Jam line for the Main Street Mafia, once again, Red Dead Roulette. She'll be going up against Vietnam Noms. Timeout. Elm Street Nightmares. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you join us as soon as we're finished here at the House of Co-op. We're going to head on over to the Abbey Underground for the official after party. Go dance your brains out to some amazing 80s music. Have it a Pepsi-Cola or a water.
I will be there doing the Cabbage Patch all night. It is something to behold.
Challenge accepted.
Bring it.
Next whistle starts a jam. The whistle blows and those skaters are rolling. Right around a 2 wall. Red Dead Roulette lead jammer. Red Dead Roulette getting her 4 points. Tapping her hips to call it off the jam. She hit it and then quit it.
Next whistle starts the jam. This jam's going to feature Red Dead Roulettes facing off against Manic Pixie. Red Dead Roulette right through the pack, picking up lead jammer before they even get to turn 1. Manic Pixie hot on her heels. Red Dead Roulette once again straight through the pack and calls off the jam. 14 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Period number 2, 2:58 for the Mafia, 55 for the Elm Street Nightmares. Red Dead Roulette doesn't even leave the track, just lines back up on the jam line to face off against Vietnam Noms. Both teams at full power. Red Dead Roulette fighting through the pack to get up lead jammer.
Red Dead Roulette swings through for 4 points. Multiplayer block call on Brutal Bliss.
Vietnam Noms completes their first scoring pass for 4 points on the board.
That multiplayer block by Brutal Bliss is her 6th penalty of the competition. That's 3 Mafia skaters, 1 penalty away from fouling out. Still 12, almost 13 minutes left to go. Ladies and gentlemen, Rolling Rebellion Junior Roller Derby selling t-shirts and towels over in the corner. I highly recommend going and buying them. Help send them to nationals, please.
Yeah, they're going to Seattle. Sounds fun.
Space Needle.
I see those shirts over there. I like them.
As the whistle blows and the skaters roll, White Rabbit is pushing hard on the backside of Lupa Cabra, trying to get around her and Nikki Sticks. Sky Monkey shows up to play the game and help Manic Pixie pick up lead jammer. White Rabbit trying to get around a 2-wall. Sky Monkey and Lupa Cabra get those 4 points. And then that's the end of the jam. Forearm penalty is the call on Scrappity and Red Dead Roulette lead jammer. Five in the sky, grand slam for Red Dead Roulette. Multiplayer block on Nikki Sticks. Red Dead Roulette another 4 points up on the scoreboard. With that multiplayer block, Nikki Sticks has fouled out of the game. That's her 7th penalty. High block on Red Dead Roulette. Power jam for Vietnam Nom.
Lots of skaters on the floor as Vietnam Noms pick up 5-point grand slam.
Nikki Sticks again has fouled out of the game with her 7th penalty. That's the second fouled out skater for the Elm Street Nightmares. Timeout, Elm Street Nightmares. Ladies and gentlemen, the minimum amount of skaters needed to compete in a game is 7. With that foul out, Elm Street Nightmares are out down to 6 skaters, which means they forfeit the rest of the game. So ladies and gentlemen, your winners of tonight's game, Main Street Mafia.
All right. What are you thinking? Well, easily Jammer is her. Right. I thought best blocker was Prez. We could do that. My MVP would probably go to Malcolm. I can agree with that. Yeah. All right, you got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Main Street Mafia.
Well, just because they're skating. Wait till they get it there. Once they get the last one. Then do MVP? Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the valiant effort of the Elm Street Nightmares. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's my distinct pleasure to present to you the MVPs for this bout. MVP blocker goes to the President of the United States. Your MVP jammer for this bout, Red Dead Roulette. And your overall MVP, Vietnam Noms. That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to join us next time, July 11th, for the next home ball playoffs.
The basics of flat track roller derby. Brought to you by Antic Skate Boots and the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. The game of roller derby is played on roller skates. The players wear helmets, elbow pads, wrist guards, and knee pads. The track is flat, not banked. Each 30-minute half is broken down into shifts called jams. The group of 8 players at the front is called the pack. The pack is made of players who play the position of blocker. Behind the pack are the jammers. The jammers are the skaters who score points and are marked by a large star on their helmet. When the whistle blows, the jammers try to skate their way through the pack and out the other side, but they will be met with the hips, rear, and shoulders of the opposing team's blockers. When two bodies make contact on the track, this is called a block. Once the jammers have skated their way through the pack the first time, they're ready to begin scoring. They earn a point every time they legally pass a member of the opposing team. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. The jammers will fail to earn points if they pass the opposing blockers illegally. Any player who performs an illegal action will earn a penalty. So what's illegal? Elbows, tripping, back blocking, and passing out of bounds. Any player who receives a major penalty has earned a 30-second trip to the penalty box. The jam ends when the lead jammer places her hands on her hips, or when 2 minutes has elapsed. 30 seconds later, a new jam begins, and the whole thing starts again.
Hi, I'm the subjugator from the ICT Roller Girls, and I'm just going to answer a few questions out of this lovely helmet. Say, cupcakes, cake, or frosting? Cake, for sure. Which skater would you not want to get hit by? Oh, Bruiser from Kansas City. She is the worst and the best. She hurts so bad.
Hello, I'm X-Mental from ICT Roller Girls, and you're watching HOQTV.
Free yourself of old-fashioned ideas. Brace yourselves.
I saw the girls doing it, and I was like, I can do that. I got tattooed with another girlfriend of mine, and she always cried when she got tattooed because it hurt, and she played roller derby, and I thought, I don't cry when I get tattooed, so maybe I'm stronger than you. Maybe I can play roller derby. I'm an athlete. I played some sports growing up, and I was a childhood skater, skate skater. For me, it was just the best of both worlds. I was able to combine my desire to play a sport along with the skating.
It looked a lot more intense than it actually feels. Actually, don't use that at all, because it's really intense, and it sucks sometimes.
I met my husband, actually, in Derby. I'm a triple threat. I play them all. I'm a triple threat. I play everything. Blocker, jammer, and pivot. Blocker and pivot primarily are responsible for playing offense and defense and trying to get their jammer through and prevent the other team from having their jammer get through. And the jammer is basically your offensive person who's responsible for scoring points.
Having an injury was pretty sucky. I hurt my knee, so I was out for about a month and a half total.
It's usually not a matter if somebody gets hurt. If you're in it long enough, you're going to get hurt. But I've had a broken fibula, torn deltoids, which required fixation with plate and screws. And then I've had knee surgery and I've had foot surgery.
Receiving the 2012 Best Blocker Award from my league. A lot of my league mates voted for me, so that was super awesome. Totally, I didn't expect it, and I also, I got 2012 MVP, so that was, I cried. I mean, it was a roller derby award, but I cried because it meant a lot to me. There really hasn't been anything easy about joining derby. It's been very time-consuming, very physically draining, sometimes emotionally draining because you get so involved in it and you just want to get better and better, and at times you do plateau, so that gets pretty frustrating. At the same time, the stuff that's been hard has been so rewarding that it totally works out in the end.
Hi, I'm Seam Slayer from Duke City Roller Derby, and I will be answering a couple of questions today. What's your favorite post-bout food? I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and anything covered in green chili is what I need. If someone is on the fence about playing roller derby, what would you tell them? You make so many new friends that you never thought possible. You get to work out and improve your physique while having a lot of fun.